Hey, what's up everyone? Otto here with my Noobs Guide to Thievery in Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, just like in War Tales, I'm back to my thieving ways. I do want to mention I am really new to Baldur's Gate 3, so I'm very much in a learning process. So if you have tips, pointers, or a more refined way to do this, please let us all know in the comments. I think we can all benefit from that. And I do want to quickly give a big shout out to my good friend DM Wyvern, who pointed out a lot of this stuff and spent some time figuring out sort of the best methods for stealing. So it was between him and myself that sort of, well, mostly him, that came up with a lot of these methods. So if you're playing an evil playthrough, obviously stealing's not going to be an issue. If you're playing a good playthrough, then you may have some reservations about stealing in the game. However, you could always have that, mischievous rogue in the party that wants to steal things here and there. So, you can kind of get past it. And I myself am playing a monk who's kind of neutral and sees stealing more as a way to better the world because that gear, that equipment is going to help things along. All right, first things first, we want to make sure we have a character with high dexterity, obviously, because that's going to be our base roll for the thievery. So that's the first thing we want to do. Second thing, and this is a very important part of the process, is we want to use the Mask of the Shapeshifter. Now, I believe this came with the deluxe version of the game, or if you purchase the game in early access. So if you don't have this item in your inventory, I'm not exactly sure how you get it. So maybe someone might be able to add in the comments where you can find this. There are other ways to change your, to disguise yourself, but the Mask of the Shapeshifter is probably the easiest way to do it. First thing we want to do is we just want to disguise ourselves. So, all right, there we go. Go back into hide. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we are going to enter into turn-based mode. Now, what we want to do in turn-based mode is with Otto here, we are going to cast guidance. Now, Otto has a special artifact in his inventory, the silver pendant. I believe you get this from the tomb where you find withers. Definitely a very useful item because with Shadowheart here, we could cast guidance with Shadowheart. However, it's going to negate the cat's grace. We can't cast both with her. So we'll want to cast guidance with someone else. So either have another cleric or someone else with guidance unlocked, or if you have the silver pendant, you can cast it with a different character. We drop guidance on there, so we have both guidance and cat's grace. So guidance is going to give us an additional D4 on those ability checks. So very, very useful. Yeah, so we'll just have to end the turn here. The next thing we can do, and this is not necessarily needed for this area because it's not a crowded marketplace, but if you're coming into markets where there are a lot of people around, what you can do is you can cast darkness, and then that way you're able to steal with without getting caught by all of the spectators. So we'll just end turn with him there, and then I guess there's nothing really we need to do with our good friend Gale here. We could have guidance or darkness unlocked with him as well.
To concentrate.
All right, and you just end your turn also. Stop messing around. Blinded. All right, so with
Still
Otto
breathing,
here, we
despite
just
everything.
need to we actually have to go back into hide mode,
Don't want
so
to
we'll have
draw
to
any
use
attention.
an ability there, but not enough resources.
Light on my feet.
We'll just get into position, and then in the next turn, we still have 9 turns left on guidance. We should be in position to do our thievery. Let's just see what our friend here does. We did run out of the darkness area. So, interesting to note. Alright, let's go in for the pickpocket. Alright, now, let's see here. Let's just start with some smaller items. 7. The thing is, you're going to get caught eventually. But basically, we just want to steal as many things as possible. And you can, more or less, if you take the time to do this, you can pretty well clear out a merchant completely.
Today, I'm afraid.
We only rolled a 6 there, and that's interesting that we didn't get caught after rolling a 6. But yeah, let's just keep on clearing some of the stuff out. We're just basically going to try and pretty well steal everything. Let's try and steal some of these more valuable items here. See what happens. Alright, so we finally got caught.
If you have a defense, make it now.
If we're on good terms with the person we're stealing from, we can acquiesce and go to prison. And there's really no downside to this, because what we can do is we can bring our other characters down.
Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
We can find all of our goods here, including the ones we just sold, in the barrel here, and we can just easily break Otto out by passing over the thieves' tools if I can find them. There we go.
The pride of the gate.
And we switch over to Otto.
With a flick of the wrist.
Let me out, you bunch of softies.
Alright, there we go. We just barely got out. But we got out. Alright. Now, the next thing you have to do is you can either take a short rest to eliminate the fugitive condition, or you can just wait. At this particular jail, we can just hide. We can just hide over here until the timer runs out. Alright, the timer is just about finished, so we can probably start making our way back to the merchant. Our friend is going to be a little bit upset that we stole from him. Yes, I'm still watching. So we talked to him. So as you can see, attitude -5 because we got caught stealing, right?
Sylvanus, guide your path.
However, if we dispel our disguise and then speak to him again.
Need anything else? Of course, but please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
His attitude is back to 0. So that's why we want to stay disguised. It doesn't hurt the attitude. There's really no negative to doing the stealing. You just want to make sure that you're stealing from folks whose attitude is fairly good towards you, because otherwise, when you do get caught, they may start a fight or something like that, and then you're forced into a situation where you probably have to kill the merchant, which is never a good thing. You never want to kill the merchant. One last thing I do want to mention is it's really difficult to steal these large sums of gold. However, if you come into dialogue with the merchants, you can split the piles of gold into smaller piles of gold, like so. And so if we come out,
Sylvanus be with you.
and then when we go to steal from him again, I'm just going to go back into disguise here. So every time you get caught he's a little bit more aware. The character's a little bit more aware, so it's a little bit more difficult to sneak in behind him. You might have to go, leave, and come back. But it's a nice thing to just, you know, every time you come into town, just, you know, steal a few things and just, you know, build up your supplies. You can always sell them back to him to make a little bit of profit and get the exact items that you need to help your party. All right, I just want to show here as an example. See, the gold piles are now in smaller piles, making it a little bit easier to steal them if you wanted to steal that gold. Now, I did it in an extreme way where I whittled it down to like 5 gold per pile, to the point where it's pretty much a 100% dice roll to steal each one. However, for whatever reason, every once in a while you will get caught stealing. There's nothing you can do really to get around it. You get like a -5 on your roll and you'll get caught. But anyway, guys, that's my noob's guide to stealing. If you've got some even more efficient ways to do this, please let me know. But like I said, there's really no downside so long as you keep yourself in disguise. You won't get that negative trait. You just want to make sure you're stealing from merchants who won't actually fight you and, yeah, force you to have to actually kill them or whatever. But I guess you could always run from the fight. It's always an option as well. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourselves a great day. Otto out.